All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Behind the Grind. So, we've had a new enemy leaked for Space Marine 2, finally, and this time we are taking a look at the Mutalith Vortex Beast. Now, this is a beast coming from the Thousand Suns faction, and well, I figured I would make a video kind of discussing the role that I think that this enemy will play within the Space Marine 2 gameplay, and just overall thoughts and comments regarding this new addition to the game's roster of enemies. So, before we begin, I want to ask you to please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Also, let's take a moment to thank our channel members for supporting the Behind the Grind YouTube channel. Your help means a lot, and if you're interested in being a channel member, check out the information in the description down below. Thank you. Without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the Mutalith Vortex Beast for a little bit. So, as you guys already know, obviously this is a enemy belonging to the Thousand Suns faction. This is a beast of Tzeentch. I've read online that it's not technically a demon, however, it's more so like a mutated beast. And I mean, just looking at this thing, it's pretty damn terrifying. It kind of really doesn't make sense in a few of these images. However, you can see that it's just a really big, like giant dog looking thing, and he's got all these tentacles coming out. And he has this raw chaos vortex just kind of swirling on his back. And, you know, I really do like this enemy. And I really do think that this will prove beneficial to the overall lineup of Thousand Suns enemies. Now, what kind of role will this guy play when it comes to the enemy roster for the Thousand Suns? I've seen some people say that this is going to be an enemy on the same level as the Hell Brutes, that it'll kind of show up from time to time as a mini boss during some of the operations, or I've also seen people discuss that this is going to be a mission ending boss, sort of like the Helldrake at the end of Reliquary in Space Marine 2. Now, I want to know what you guys think about what kind of role this guy is going to play. Will this be a Hellbrute level enemy? Personally, I think that would be the best course to go. The thing is that I don't want this enemy to be tied to a specific mission in the same way that the Hierophant Biotitan was to that one operation we got right after the game released. They were hyping it up to be this brand new enemy and this brand new thing, when in reality, it was sort of just a giant thing that you just point your last cannons at, and it really wasn't a big deal and didn't really change up the gameplay in any way, shape, or form. With that being said, though, if we got an operation that was solely focused around hunting this thing down and chasing it and just putting his ass in the dirt, I do think that that would be pretty interesting indeed. However, if you did use it for that specific operation, obviously you would not be able to use him anywhere else, as that operation would be completely designed around him. So go ahead and let me know what you guys think of the role that he is going to play. But now, don't get me wrong. When it comes to what this thing is and how it operates, I am not a genius when it comes to Warhammer 40k knowledge or lore. From what I can tell, just going based off of Total War and some forums that I was reading, this thing just sort of spawns out of the warp, goes around, and then just starts consuming everything like crazy. Like, it just goes around and eats people. It's got all these tentacles on his face. It's pretty much like chaos incarnate from what I can understand. If you guys have any more comments you want to go ahead and add on to that, be sure to let me know down below. So, with all that other stuff out of the way, I do kind of want to go on for a little bit regarding the enemy variety and the current roster of enemies for the Thousand Suns. So, I do like this new enemy, do not get me wrong. Personally, like I already said, I would prefer that he shows up as a mini boss across all the different operations. However, maybe we can get some more fodder enemies with this thing to come soon, because look, this enemy will change up the gameplay. However, it will only change up the gameplay whenever he is on the field. I do want to see some more fodder enemies, kind of like the horrors or screamers or flamers of Tzeentch, and personally, that would be perfect to add alongside this thing. When it comes to the Thousand Suns themselves, I don't really feel like I am fighting a Chaos Legion. I just kind of feel like I'm fighting a bunch of dudes, you know, like they're all just dudes except for the Zangors, you know, like they're the only warp spawn. When it comes to the Thousand Suns themselves, the Rubric Marines are basically just look, they're Space Marines and they shoot at you and they don't act any different than a regular Astartes shooting back at you. The little cultists are just the same as the Imperial Guardsmen. However, the Zangors feel a little different, but if we were to get like some horrors of Tzeentch, some like blue and pink horrors, that would really switch things up, man. And if we got some Screamers, that would also be pretty cool indeed. Flamers as well. You can just add all these different fodder enemies to the already existing Thousand Sons Legion. So let me know what you guys think when it comes to that. I would like to see that really big Thousand Sons update, because the Tyranids obviously got a lot more love when it comes to Space Marine 2, and hey, Thousand Sons, fighting them, it is fun. However, they do need a lot more when it comes to enemy variety, because fighting them just kind of feels very repetitive all the time. So anyway, with all that being said, what do you guys think about the Mutalith Vortex Beast? Like I already said, I do like this guy. However, I would like to see them add some fodder enemies to go along with them, just to kind of switch up the Thousand Sons gameplay from time to time. Be sure to let me know down below what your thoughts are, and if you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel for more content. Also, if you wish to support the channel further, I'd encourage you to join the channel for $5 a month for exclusive perks. Thanks. This has been Behind the Grind, talking about data mined enemies, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace!